Hello friends, today we are going to discuss lesson number 4, Rukole the Miser. This is short story written by George Orwell. Let us talk about George Orwell. Now, George Orwell is pen name of Eric Arthur Blair. Eric Arthur Blair, famously known as George Orwell, is an English novelist, essayist, journalist, and short story writer. George Orwell was born in 1903 and died in 1950. He was born in Bengal, where his father was a British colonial civil servant. After his education in London, George Orwell worked as a civil servant in India. George Orwell, or Eric Arthur Blair, left his job to become a writer and moved to Paris, where he was forced to do manual jobs to survive. This is reflected in his first novel, Down and Out in Paris and London, which was published in 1933. I repeat, Down and Out in Paris and London. Eric Arthur Blair, his pen name George Orwell, which echoes the patron saint of England, and the river Orwell, shows his profound interest in British social life and culture. In his essay, Why I Write, he emphatically states that, I quote, "What I have most wanted to do is to make political writing into an art," unquote. George Orwell's works speak of his awareness of social injustices, his reactions to totalitarianism, and his defense of democratic socialism. George Orwell is best known for his novels Animal Farm, which was published in 1945, and another novel is 1984, which was published in 1949, right? So the title of the novel is 1984, which was published in 1949. Now, these novels examine the consequences of totalitarianism. Now, let us talk about this story, short story, Rukole the Miser. Now, this short story is the 23rd chapter of George Orwell's novel Down and Out in Paris and London. Okay, now this novel, Down and Out in Paris and London, was published in 1933. Now, this novel narrates his bitter and sweet experiences in Paris and London. This novel is set in two cities. It describes the people whom he met in these places. the present story, Rukole the miser, tells the life of the miser who falls prey to a Jew who makes him enter the smuggling business. In other words, here this is the story of a miser who is cheated or double crossed by a Jew. On discovering the fact that he is cheated, Rukole dies heartbroken. So, when he came to know that he had been cheated by a person, he had a heartbreak. He had a severe heart attack, and then he died because he lost his money and because he was a miser and greedy. So he couldn't bear this loss of money, and the result was he had severe heart attack and then he died, leaving all his money. Now, although it was criticized for its anti-Semitic undertones, the story has been lauded for its subtle explorations into complexities of the human mind. So here, this is very interesting story of Rukole the miser. Now, here I read the story for you, and then we shall discuss the words, okay, which are somewhat difficult. So we shall also discuss the synonyms of some words and try to understand this short story. Friends, but before that, let us understand what I have just spoken. See the last two lines. Although this story was criticized for its anti-Semitic undertones, the story has been lauded for its subtle explorations into complexities of the human mind. Now, here, this short story was criticized for its anti-Semitic undertones. Now, what is anti-Semitic? Semitic means which is Afro-Asiatic language family branch, means it is a major branch of the Afro-Asiatic language family, right? So African Asiatic, so African Asian language family. So here we find that actually this short story was criticized for its anti-Semitic undertones. But on the contrary, this short story has been praised for its subtle explorations into complexities of the human mind. So human mind is a complex, and we know that it is difficult to understand human mind comprehensively. So here in this short story we find a psychic condition and the psychological exploration of a person who is a miser. Now let us read the story. As soon as I left the Auberge de Jehan Cotard, I went to bed and slept the clock round, all but 1 hour. Friends, this short story is taken from George Orwell's novel Down and Out in Paris and London, okay, which was published in 1933. And this short story is the 23rd chapter of this novel, okay. Now, this novel expresses the experiences of George Orwell. So this novel is in first person narration. Okay, so we find I, my, me, myself, like autobiography. Right? So here in the first line, opening line of the short story, as soon as I left the Auberge de Jehan Cotard. Now here this is the name of hotel. Okay, the Auberge de Jehan Cotard is a hotel in Paris. So here the writer says that as soon as he left the hotel, he went to bed and slept the clock round. Clock round means here it is an idiom that means slept for a long time, right? Clock round, all but 1 hour. Okay, now let us read further. Then I washed my teeth for the first time in a fortnight, bathed and had my hair cut and got my clothes out of pawn, been a slave's slave. Boris was sorry that I had left the restaurant just at the moment when we were lancers and there was a chance of making money. Now here in these 3 lines, pawn means here mortgage, okay, and laughing means wasting time, being idle. Arsu thaine samay vedafwo. It's a laughing. And the another word is lances, L-A-N-C-E-S. This is French word meaning worker on timely basis. Okay, lances means worker on timely basis. Okay, move ahead. I have heard from him since, and he tells me that he is making 100 francs a day and has set up a girl who is treacherous and never smells of garlic. Now here, this is another French word, treacherous, right? So what is the meaning of treacherous? This is French word and it means very serious. Okay, very serious. So he says, then he has set up a girl who is treacherous, means very serious, and never smells of garlic. Now here friends, અહીંયા લેખક પોતાના લંડન અને પેરિસમાં તેઓ જે ટ્રાવેલ કરી ફર્યા ત્યાંના અનુભવો અને જે લોકો સાથે મળ્યા તેમને તે દરમિયાન થયેલી વાતચીત જે તેમને યાદ છે તે બધાની નોંધ છે. તો અહીંયા પેરિસની વાત છે. તેઓ જ્યારે ઓબર્સ ડી જેહાન કોટર્ડ નામની હોટલમાં એટલે કે પેરિસમાં આવેલી આ હોટલમાં તેઓ રહ્યા હતા અને ત્યારબાદ તેઓ શરૂઆતમાં વાર્તાની શરૂઆતમાં તેનું આપણને એક બેકગ્રાઉન્ડ જોવા મળે છે. Now let us move further. I spent a day wandering about our quarter, saying goodbye to everyone. Here, quarter means it is a house or a place where people live. Okay? So, in other words, he says goodbye to all the people who were staying in this same hotel and whom he met and became friends. So he bade goodbye to everyone. It was on this day that Charlie told me about the death of old Rukole the miser, who had once lived in the quarter. Very likely Charlie was lying as usual, but it was a good story. હવે અહીંયાથી જે મુખ્ય વાર્તા છે રૂકોલે ધ માઇઝરની તે શરૂ થાય છે. લેખક એવું કહે છે કે તેઓ ત્યારબાદ ત્યાંથી બધાને ગુડ બાય કહીને જાય છે, પણ તે જ દિવસે ચાર્લી નામની વ્યક્તિ કે જેઓ તેમની સાથે ખૂબ ફ્રેન્ડલી હતી અને મોટાભાગે તે જે વાત કહેતી તે લગભગ ન માનવામાં આવે તેવી વાતો હતી, તેનો અનુભવ હતો લેખકને ચાર્લી સાથેનો. તેમ છતાં તે દિવસે ચાર્લીએ એક રૂકોલે નામના કંજૂસની વાત કહી, એટલે કે તેના મૃત્યુ વિશેના સમાચાર આપ્યા. જે વૃદ્ધ હતો રૂકોલે ધ માઇઝર, તે કંજૂસ હતો, વૃદ્ધ હતો અને તેના મૃત્યુના સમાચાર આપ્યા. હવે અહીંયા જિજ્ઞાસા થાય છે લેખકને તેના વિશે જાણવાની, અથવા તો ચાર્લીને તેની આદત પ્રમાણે રૂકોલે જે કંજૂસ હતો અને કેવી રીતે મૃત્યુ પામ્યો તેની વાત અહીંયા કરે છે. હવે એનું રૂકોલેનું કમનસીબ અથવા તો તેનો જે સ્વભાવ છે તેને તમે ગણો અથવા એની કમનસીબી ગણો, પરંતુ છેલ્લે તેનું પતન ખૂબ જ કરુણપૂર્વક થાય છે. Now let us read the story. Rukole died aged 74 a year or two before I went to Paris, but the people in the quarter still talked of him while I was there. He never equaled Daniel Dancer or anyone of that kind, but he was an interesting character. Here, friends, આપણે જે રેફરન્સ આવે છે ને ડેનિયલ ડાન્સર, તો અહીંયા ડેનિયલ ડાન્સર એક નોટોરિયસ ઇંગ્લિશ માઇઝર હતો, બરાબર. ડેનિયલ ડાન્સર એક ઇંગ્લિશ એટલે કે અંગ્રેજ કંજૂસ હતો, જે એક આદર્શ કંજૂસ કહી શકાય, એટલે કે એવો કંજૂસ કે એવો એના જેવો બીજો કોઈ કંજૂસ વ્યક્તિ આપણે જોયો ના હોય. ઓકે, તો કંજૂસોનો પણ કંજૂસ. ઓકે, તો અહીંયા લેખક એવું કહે છે કે રૂકોલે કંજૂસ હતો ચાર્લીના કહેવા પ્રમાણે, પરંતુ એને ડેનિયલ ડાન્સર સાથે ન સરખાવી શકાય, એટલો તો કંજૂસ નહોતો જ, પરંતુ તેના જેવો થોડો ખરો રસપ્રદ પાત્ર હતું તે. He went to Les Halles every morning to pick up damaged vegetables and ate cat's meat and wore newspaper instead of underclothes and used the wainscoting of his room for firewood and made himself a pair of trousers out of a sack. All this with 500,000 francs invested. આ પ્રકારનો કંજૂસ હતો. એને કંજૂસ કેમ કહેવામાં આવ્યો, કેમ કંજૂસ હતો એ આપણે હવે જોયું કે તે રોજ સવારે લેસ હાલસ નામના એક બજારમાં જતો, પેરિસના બજારમાં. It is Les Halles is a name of fresh food market in Paris. તો એ રોજ સવારે ત્યાં જતો લેસ હાલસ, અને ત્યાંથી તે સડેલી બગડેલી શાકભાજી ઉઠાવતો, કારણ કે એના પૈસા આપવા નહોતા પડતા એને, અને કેટનું મીટ ખાતો, સસ્તું હોય. એન્ડ તેના જે અંડરક્લોથની જગ્યાએ તે ન્યૂઝપેપર પહેરતો, એટલે કે અંડરક્લોથ્સના એ કપડાઓના આંતરવસ્ત્રોના પૈસા ના ખર્ચવા પડે. એન્ડ યુઝ ધ વેઇન્સકોટિંગ ઓફ હિઝ રૂમ ફોર ફાયરવુડ. હવે ઠંડીની ઋતુઓમાં ત્યાં તો ફાયરવુડ જોવા મળે, એટલે કે જે આપણે અગ્નિ બાળીને જે તાપણી કરીએ છીએ, તો એના માટે લાકડા ખરીદવાની જગ્યાએ જે રૂમમાં રહેતો હતો, કારણ કે ત્યાં લાકડાના મકાનો મોટાભાગે જોવા મળે અને મોટાભાગે બરફ પડતો હોય, તો ત્યાં તેના જ લાકડાની જે દિવાલો છે એને છોલીને તેની તાપણી કરતો. Wainscoting of his room for firewood. Wainscoting means wooden paneling. And made himself a pair of trousers out of a sack. અને કોથળો જે હોય, અનાજ ભરવાનો જે કોથળો હોય, તેમાંથી જ એ પોતાના ટ્રાઉઝર્સ એટલે કે પેન્ટ એ જાતે બનાવતો અને પહેરતો. હવે આ ગરીબ નહોતો, તેની પાસે $250 million હતા. $250 million. 1 billion is equal to 10 lakhs. એટલે કે 5 લાખ ફ્રેન્ક્સ એની પાસે હતા. એ ગરીબ નહોતો. આટલા રૂપિયા હોવા છતાં તે આવું જીવન જીવતો કે જે સામાન્ય ગરીબ માણસ પણ આવું ન જીવે તેવું જીવન. એટલે કે ટૂંકમાં કહીએ તો મહાકંજૂસ હતો રૂકોલે. લેખક આગળ કહે છે કે આઈ શુડ લાઇક વેરી મચ ટુ હેવ નોન હિમ. હવે રૂકોલે તો મૃત્યુ પામ્યો હતો, પરંતુ લેખકને અહીંયા અફસોસ થાય છે કે હું તેને મળ્યો હોત તો, મારે મળવું જોઈતું હતું તેને, આવા મહાકંજૂસ વ્યક્તિને. Now friends, before moving ahead in reading the short story, let me give you the summary of the story, and after that in the next video we shall have further reading and analysis of the story. Now friends, till now we have discussed that here George Orwell, the writer, or you can say Eric Arthur Blair, was staying in a hotel in Paris. He was wandering in the city and having his experiences by meeting people. Now, in the beginning of the story, or you can say 23rd chapter of his novel, we see that freed from his work as a plongeur, George Orwell spent his time prior to traveling to London, sleeping, drinking beer at the Hotel Auberge, and then saying his goodbyes, or you can say bidding farewell or goodbyes to the people living there, because they were friends of George Orwell. They became his friends. Then on his rounds, George Orwell met a man named Charlie, who told him the story and tragedy of Rukole the miser. However, Orwell doubted the story's truth, the story of Charlie about Rukole, and the truth of that story, but he was amused by it, and then he narrates it to the reader. The story of Rukole is somewhat tragic because it has a tragic end. We find the death of Rukole, the miser, at the end of the story. So the story deals primarily with Rukole's downfall, which takes place as a result of a cocaine smuggling scheme gone wrong. Okay, so the result of the cocaine smuggling scheme which had gone wrong, and as a result of that, Rukole suffered, and after that he had many struggles. At the end of the story we find, and then we find that at the end of the story he had a severe heart attack and then he died. Although see, there was a rumor, okay, in the quarter where Rukole was staying, that was lodging and boarding guest house. Okay, so rumored to have a great deal of money, Rukole lived as if he were poverty stricken. When offered a chance to invest in a cocaine smuggling enterprise, Rukole showed some interest but spent an inordinate amount of time agonizing over the investment because of his miserliness. So there was a dilemma in his mind that whether he should invest his money or not, because he was greedy. He was miser, he was greedy. So on the one hand, he wanted to make money. Okay, he wanted to make big profit out of it, okay, by investing money. But on the other hand, there was a risk because the scheme was like a wildcat scheme. Okay, it was risky. It was, dealing against the law of the country. Okay, so in the scheme, he had to smuggle cocaine into England. So that the scheme was risky. So there was also fear of loss of money. So here the miser Rukole had this dilemma. Finally, he was convinced to invest with 6,000 francs for the purchase of 10 pounds of cocaine with the partnership of the another character in the story named the Pole. So selling the cocaine in England would give Rukole a big return on his investment. Rukole's delay in decision making left plenty of time for rumors of the drug deal to circulate throughout the neighborhood. The day after the cocaine was delivered, the police raided Rukole's lodging house, the hotel. Now, he needed to hide the cocaine, and someone suggested he empty tins containing face powder belonging to another lodger and put the cocaine in them, okay, instead of face powder. The police then came up to the room of Rukole, but the police didn't even glance at the tins on the table. When one police officer did notice the tins of cocaine, Rukole's, at that time accomplice said calmly that they contained face powder. means the Pole, right? The Polish or the native of Poland, okay? Or in other words, the partner of Rukole. And here Pole wanted to invest his 4,000 francs, and Rukole invested 6,000 francs. Okay, so out of 10,000 francs, they bought 10 kg cocaine the from the agent named Jew. Okay, actually there there was no name of the Jew. Okay, only we find that it was Jew. Jew means Jewish, right? So after that, what happened? When one police officer noticed the teens which were on the table in Rukole's room, at that time Rukole could not keep his cool, and he let out a loud groaning noise, and then the police opened the teens. So police had a doubt when Rukole made a loud groaning noise. Then what happened? Rukole and the Pole were arrested. Rukole was, beside himself at the police station. When the contents of the tins were analyzed, they did in fact contain face powder, not cocaine. The Jew, what does it mean? The Jew had double-crossed Rukole and the Pole. The loss of his money broke Rukole, and after that we find at the end of the story that Rukole died of heart attack, okay, a stroke. Okay, now in the next video we shall discuss the further story and also analyze the story, and after that we shall also discuss the questions. Thank you very much.